I've talked to so many older adults who tell me the same thing. I'm just scared I'll fall again. And I get it. A single fall can shake your confidence to the core. But I want you to know, it doesn't have to stay that way. There are small steps, real ones, that can help your body feel stable again. Let's walk through them together, one gentle step at a time. Sometimes the first small change makes the biggest difference. One of the most overlooked habits I see in my older clients is how they start each step. And it almost always begins in the wrong place. When your foot doesn't land properly, especially if it skips the heel, your body gets less feedback from the ground. And with age, that feedback becomes even more important for balance and safety. It's not about walking more, it's about walking smarter. I remember working with a man named Gerald, 74, from Mesa, Arizona. He came in after slipping on his kitchen floor while turning to grab a pot. "I didn't even know what happened," he said. "One second I was upright, next I was on the floor." As I watched him walk, I noticed he was stepping flat-footed, skipping the heel strike completely. That small detail was costing him stability. I showed him a simple technique, letting the heel touch first, then gently rolling through to the toes. At first it felt odd to him, like walking in slow motion, but after just a week of practice he said it made him feel grounded again. Another client, Susan, 70, from Michigan, said, "When I started using my heel first, it felt like I finally trusted the floor under me." What often helps is to think of each step like painting a soft brushstroke on the floor. Heel first, then let the rest of your foot follow. Even 5 minutes of this kind of walking at home can retrain your muscles to support you better. Just like planting your heel into the ground gives you support, planting one small habit into your day can make everything around you steadier. One calm, confident step at a time, and the ground will start to feel like it's holding you up again. Let's move on to something just as important, your pace. I've seen time and again how rushing, even just a little, throws everything off. As we age, our reaction time naturally slows down, and the body needs more time to process movement and adjust balance. Quick, uneven steps confuse your system. That's why walking too fast or changing direction suddenly becomes risky. A steady, rhythmic pace helps the brain and body stay connected. One afternoon I worked with Martha, 69, from Asheville, North Carolina. She used to love walking to her local park, but after a minor fall near her front steps, she started avoiding it altogether. "I don't trust my feet anymore," she admitted. When I asked her to show me how she walked, she was moving quickly, a little too quickly, and not giving her steps a consistent rhythm. We started practicing what I call heartbeat walking. We played a slow, calming tune she loved, and she began matching her steps to the beat, slow even, unhurried. After a few sessions, she said she didn't just feel safer, she felt like she was enjoying the walk again. Another client, Tom, 76, from Kansas City, told me he started counting silently, 1, 2, 1, 2. It gave his body something to follow, like a metronome for the feet. One of the simplest ways to improve your balance is to slow your steps and keep them even. Try walking as if you're moving to the rhythm of a gentle song. Consistency calms the nervous system and gives your body time to react. You don't have to chase the world's pace. You deserve to move at your own rhythm, one that brings safety, comfort, and peace. Let your steps follow your breath, not the rush. There's strength in going slow. Here's something many people don't realize: where you look when you walk has a powerful effect on your balance. I often see older adults keeping their eyes glued to the floor. It feels safer, right? But the truth is, looking straight down can pull your head and shoulders forward, shift your center of gravity, and actually increase your risk of falling. Our bodies are designed to balance best when the head is upright and the gaze is forward. I remember working with Robert, 77, from Tacoma, Washington. He had tripped on a bathroom rug and ended up with a bruised hip. "I always watch my feet," he told me, "but I still didn't see the rug edge." I gently pointed out that watching your feet doesn't mean you're seeing everything, especially not obstacles ahead. We practiced walking with his eyes looking ahead, about 6 feet forward, instead of at his shoes. At first, it made him nervous. He felt unsure, like something might jump out, but within a week his posture improved and he stopped leaning forward. Another woman I worked with, Donna, 73, from Georgia, said she realized her neck and shoulders were constantly sore because she was always looking down. After adjusting her gaze, the tension started easing up. One of the easiest ways to feel more stable is to lift your chin and look ahead. Aim your eyes about 2 meters forward. Not too high, just enough to take in the path ahead without bending your neck. Think of it this way: your direction follows your gaze. When you look up, you give your body permission to move forward with trust, not fear. The world opens up when you lift your eyes, and so does your confidence. Let's talk about something that doesn't always show on the outside, but makes all the difference inside: your core. As we get older, the muscles that support the center of the body, around the belly, back, and hips, tend to weaken unless we work to keep them active. And when those muscles aren't doing their job, it throws off your balance. You might feel wobbly or like you can't trust your own footing, even if your legs feel strong. A woman I worked with named Anne, 72, from Columbus, Ohio, told me she'd started stumbling more often, even when walking around her house. "I haven't fallen," she said, "but I feel like I could any second." When I asked about her routine, she said she didn't really move much during the day, and certainly wasn't doing anything for her core. So we tried something simple: seated core tightening, just gently pulling in the belly for a few seconds at a time while sitting in a chair. After a couple of weeks, she told me she felt taller, more stable, and like her legs had more purpose. Another man, Jim, 78, from Florida, started doing it during commercials while watching TV. He said, "I never thought something so small could make such a big difference. One of the best places to start is with a seated core hold. While sitting upright in a chair, gently pull your belly in, as if you're zipping up tight pants, and hold for 5 seconds. Breathe normally. Repeat 5 times, a few times a day. Your core is like the trunk of a tree. When it's strong, the branches, your arms and legs, feel supported. You don't need heavy workouts to build this strength. Just a little attention every day can help your body feel more rooted and ready." Here's a small detail that often gets overlooked: what you do with your arms when you walk. It might not seem like much, but letting your arms move naturally at your sides is one of the body's built-in ways to stay balanced. Unfortunately, many older adults start carrying bags, phones, or even just holding onto things out of habit, which stops the arms from swinging and throws off the body's balance system. I remember working with Harry, 80, from Sacramento, California. He used a cane in his right hand and always carried a small bag in his left. "I feel off balance," he told me, "even when I'm standing still." When I watched him walk, I saw right away his arms were stiff and stuck at his sides. We tried something new. He wore a small backpack instead of carrying anything, and only used the cane when absolutely necessary. Within a few days, he said he felt more free in his steps. Another client, Linda, 75, from Illinois, told me she didn't realize how often she walked with one arm holding her phone. When she started keeping both hands free and letting them move, she noticed fewer stumbles and better posture. One of the easiest things you can do is keep both hands empty. When walking, especially indoors, let your arms swing gently at your sides in rhythm with your steps. It helps your body stay balanced without you even thinking about it. Your arms are like the wings of your balance. When you let them move freely, you're giving your body a quiet kind of confidence, and the kind that says, "I've got this." Sometimes safety isn't about holding on, and it's about letting go. Let's finish with one of the most powerful tools I've seen for building walking confidence: repeating a familiar route. After a fall, or even just a close call, many older adults become afraid to leave the house. The anxiety builds, and soon they stop walking altogether. But the body and mind both respond well to patterns, and walking the same safe path daily can slowly rebuild trust in your own movement. Linda, 76, from Eugene, Oregon, told me she hadn't left her driveway in months. "I used to love walking," she said, "but now I just sit and think about what might happen." We started small, a short path from her front door to the mailbox and back. No steps, no uneven ground. She did that 3 times a day, every day for a week. Then she added the neighbor's driveway. Within a month, she was walking around the whole block. Another client, Bill, 79, from Texas, used to get dizzy even stepping outside. We marked out a hallway in his apartment, and he treated it like a walking loop. 5 laps twice a day. He called it his safe zone, and after 2 weeks, he felt ready to visit the building's lobby again. A great place to start is to choose one, short, level route, indoors or outside, and walk it the same way every day. Keep it simple. Your body will begin to memorize it, and your confidence will grow with every lap. You don't need to explore the whole world at once. One small, steady path walked with courage can open doors inside you. Each familiar step reminds you, you're still moving forward, and that matters more than distance. If any of these steps felt helpful to you, I'd love to hear which one stood out. Just leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and tap the little bell so you won't miss more tips made just for you. You're not alone on this path. You're stronger than you think. And life keeps going, especially when you walk forward with care and heart.